Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Bunan Boksujandu. My student's number is 0923013901. This video is to submit my midterm test assignment, which is the assignment is to give the explanation about the techniques in language teaching methods with the topic reading guide. Okay, so the next slide is the objective. For the first one, the objective is to help students actively engage with reading materials. It includes identifying key ideas and supporting details in a text. And then second is to improve comprehension by guiding attention to key ideas and supporting details. It is like to organize information from the reading into structured notes. And then third is to build critical thinking and summarization skills. It is to engage critically with reading material through guided questions. But before we start, to go the next slides, what is the reading guide? The reading guide provides students with structured questions, prompts, or checklists while they read a text. It helps them focus on important concepts of avoid feeling overwhelmed by dense or complex readings. So, the next slide is first reciprocal teaching. An interactive method that enhance reading comprehension through structured dialogue. Reciprocal teaching is an instructional method designed to foster reading comprehension through collaborative dialogue between educators and students. Research indicates that reciprocal teaching promotes students' reading comprehension by encouraging active engagement and critical thinking during the reading process. By engaging in dialogue with teachers and peers, students deepen their understanding of text and develop essential literacy skills. There is also core strategies, which include predicting, questioning, clarifying, and summarizing. For the first, predicting is to encourage students to make educated guesses about what might happen next in the text based on prior knowledge, context clues, and textual evidence. This strategy engages students in active prediction making, promoting anticipation and deeper engagement with the text. And then next is questioning. Questioning is to encourage students to generate questions about the text, promoting active engagement and deeper understanding. This strategy involves prompting students to pose questions about the content, characters, plot, or any unclear aspect of the text. And then next is clarifying. Clarifying is to help students address confusion or gaps in understanding by identifying and resolving obstacles to comprehension. Students are encouraged to clarify unfamiliar vocabulary, concepts, or complex passages by using context clues. Include dictionaries or seeking additional information. And then next is summarizing. It involves condensing the main ideas and key points of the text into concise summaries. Students learn to identify the most important information and organize it in their own words. It is to fostering comprehension and retention. And next is application. It is like teachers and students take turns leading discussion uh, with the goal, with the objective to fostering deeper understanding. And then there's a benefits too. The benefit is to promote active engagement and critical thinking. And then the next slide is KWL chart. KWL stands for know, want to know, and learn. A graphic organizer that activates prior knowledge and self-learning objective. Okay, a KWL table or KWL chart is a graphical organizer designed to help in learning. What is a graphic organizer means? What is a graphic organizer mean? So, a graphic organization, or also known as a knowledge map, concept map, story map, cognitive organizer, advanced organizer, or concept diagram, is a pedagogical tool that uses visual symbols to express knowledge and concepts through relationships between them. The main purpose of a graphic organizer is to provide a visual aid to facilitate learning and instruction. Okay, so a KWL chart is a graphical organizer designed to help in learning. The letter KWL are an acronym for what students in the course of a lesson already know, want to know, and ultimately learn. It is a part of the constructivist teaching methods where students move away from what are considered traditional methods of teaching and learning. In this particular methodology, the students are given the space to learn by constructing their own learning pace and their own style of understanding a given topic or idea. The KWL chart or table was developed within this methodology and is a form of instructional reading strategy that is used to guide students taking them through the idea and the text. A KWL table is typically divided into three columns titled Know, Want, and Learn. The table comes in various forms as some have modified it into include or exclude information. So there is a structure. K is equal what students already know. It is like the students must write the information about what the students know in this space based on the context. And then W equal what students want to learn. It is like students take the order to write the information about what the students want to know in this space. And then L equal what students have learned after reading. After the completion of the lesson of unit, a student take the order that must write the information that the students learned in this space. And then there is a usage, which is and to encourage self-directed learning and reflection. So next is GPR storytelling. GPR stands for teaching proficiency through reading and storytelling. It is combine physical movement with storytelling to teach language. Okay, so TPR storytelling or teaching proficiency through reading and storytelling, or we can call it TPRS, is a method of teaching foreign language. TPRS lesson TPRS lessons use a mixture of reading and storytelling to help students learn a foreign language in a classroom setting. The method works in three steps. In step 1, the new vocabulary structures to be learned are taught, are taught using combination of translation, gestures, and personalized questions. In step 2, the structure are used in spoken class story. And finally, in step 3, this same structure are used in class reading. Throughout these three steps, the teacher will use a number of techniques to help make the target language comprehensible to students. So there is three steps. The first is introduce the new vocabulary with gestures, and then second is to create and act out stories using the vocabulary, and then third is to read and discuss the stories. There's advantage too, which is to make language learning engaging and memorable. So next is shared reading, an approach where teachers and students read a text together. In this method, there is two what should I call it? Two divided by two. Okay. The first is teachers model reading strategies, and the second, students participate in reading, gradually taking more responsibility. However, there's a goal too, which is the goal is to build confidence and fluency in reading. So next is explicit phonics instruction, a systematic approach to teaching relationships between letters and sounds. There is a tool. The first one is implementation. It is like a daily session focusing on phonemic awareness and decoding skills. And then second is outcome. It is like improves reading abilities, especially in early learners. Okay, next is tips for effective reading instruction. There is 4 tips. The first is combine methods, which is integrate multiple techniques to capture the diverse learning styles. And the second is encourage interaction, which is promote discussions and collaborative activities. And third is assess progress. It is like regularly evaluate students' reading skills to tailor instruction. And fourth is foster a reading culture, uh, like create an environment that values and encourages reading. By exploring and applying these methods, educators can enhance their teaching strategies, and learners can develop stronger reading skill in language acquisition. Finally, summary. The reading guide helps students stay focused, organize information, and deepen comprehension. It shifts reading from a passive to an active learning process. It also can build essential skills for academic success. So, I think that's all for my explanation. I hope my explanation is easy to understand. So, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.